Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so got an exciting news for you guys today. Can you guys hear me? Again, I changed my setup yet again. I just want to know if you guys can hear me. Let's get that out of the way first because we have a pretty nice, exciting show. If you ever go live, right? If you ever, once you ever go live or start going live, you're going to always have second guess yourself. Say, man, am I live? Can people hear me right now? So, Carlos, can you hear me? C Store. Hey, C Store in the house. Carlos in the house. Members of my community, they are in the house. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I just want to know if you guys can hear me. All right, you can hear me. All right. All right. Ross is in the house. All right. So, listen, we do not have this person's long. They're so busy. Their business is blowing up so freaking much after my videos, of course. Uh, we do have the founder for subscriber coming on. We don't have him that long. This show is going to go for about an hour today. He's going to be on. He's going to give us about 25 minutes to 30 minutes of his time, which I can appreciate on the last minute notice. So I'm going to bring him on without further ado. I'm going to welcome to the show the subscriber um, founder. I wonder if you can. Do you have all your stuff set up? Or let me see if he's ready to go. I hear you're hitting me with the 10-pounder wall. Let me see if I. We have Gil. Gil, can you hear me? Are you good? Oh, Gil, are you good?
What's up, Jenny? Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, cool, cool, cool. I was wondering. I was like, man, is he going to be able to hear me? So listen, Gil, man, listen. Once I stumbled upon your tool, I was blown away. I was calling everybody, man. I was calling people. I got this old lady. She was like, Gil, who's Gil? I was like, no, wrong number. I was calling everybody trying to get you on the show. So listen, give us your elevator pitch really quick of what subscriber is, and then we're going to jump straight into it with no hesitations today because we're short on time, but I got a surprise for everybody at the end. So go ahead, Gil. Give us like your 60-second who is subscriber, what's going on.
I love surprises. Cool. Well, I'm Gil. I'm a software veteran. I've been building software for a very long time. I sold my last company, which was a big VC backed, Silicon, very much Silicon Valley type of company, in 2023, and I was looking for something to do next. My last company had like 25 employees. It was kind of a big thing. And so I was looking for something uh, that was a bit different. And I really fell into YouTube. I was watching so many YouTube videos already, and quickly realized that one of the big challenges is just being able to produce content consistently. So many creators I've seen have burned out, and you have these creative ruts. And so Subscriber is a tool to help you get through that and to create content consistently. So that's pretty much the basic pitch for a subscriber.
Nice. And you're 1000% correct. Listen, YouTube, I mean, I guess I've been doing it for about 4 years now. I dabbled in it a couple of years ago and I was like, oh, this is way too much, right? And I think you can imagine, even in the last year or so, it has evolved and the job is becoming a lot easier with tools like Subscriber. So what I kind of want to know is what were did you go out and gather feedback from the users and saying, hey, what are your challenges? Or how
Yeah,
did that go?
I was a nobody in the YouTube world, so I had to start from zero. But as a software developer, part of what makes good software developers is being able to really dive in and understand a specific use case. And so it was about a year ago I really, started connecting with people mainly through X, and started, meeting with many YouTubers. I started also putting out some data. So while I'm not going to, talk about here's how you succeed on YouTube, what I can do is analyze people who are succeeding and understand what makes their content good. And so I started publishing these sort of research analysis of different YouTubers like Aman Gaji, and others. And from there, I was able to really kind of understand, okay, here's what makes a good video tick. I also have a little bit of experience like in creative writing. I took a lot of classes for that in school. So I'm not, starting from zero in terms of understanding how to be a writer. But the big challenge that I saw was that if you're, like a personality channel, it's you get into these creative ruts. If you're a faceless channel, then you're trying to outsource and hire a team, and a lot of times people can be inconsistent. And so, what I wanted to do was, tap into this new AI technology, which actually, did not write scripts well. Still doesn't really write scripts well if you're just using ChatGPT or something like that. And so it was a big bet of mine. Like if I put everything that I have, all of my 25 years of experience as a software developer, into understanding how to write a good script for YouTube for video that I would actually not mind watching. That's my bar for like, the tool I want to create is if I am watching YouTube and I click on a video and the script was written with subscriber, I want to like not click away from that video. I want to be able to watch it. And that's a pretty tall order. So I took it very seriously. I have consumed every bit of content I can find about what makes for a good script. All of those people whose content I've consumed are now friends of mine and I've met in person and stuff like that. So I've really worked my way into the YouTube community. And like I said, being a software developer, being a good software developer is about, really understanding a use case. And the way that I decided to approach this was, what does a real human script writer do? And
Mm,
so I basically built the workflow in Subscriber, which I think is a pretty comprehensive workflow to model the way a human would do it. So you don't dive right into the script. You've got to
right.
first figure out the packaging, and you've got to, figure out like what are the payoffs? What are you actually going to cover in the script? What's the angle? And so that's why there's like this structured workflow. So it's like on one hand, you're using Subscriber and you're like, man, this is supposed to save me time, but there's like 7 or 8 different steps I have to do. But
Right.
on the other hand, the goal isn't to like, type in a few words, press a button, and out comes a script. The goal is to be your creative partner and to sort of give you ideas, and then you curate those ideas to ultimately get you to where you want to be. And I think that's the real difference in what I'm trying to achieve.
Nice. I mean, it's funny because, I've been on this YouTube journey for a little while and I think AI is making it easier. I don't want people to be confused and think that AI is a cheat code versus thinking of our overall concept and using AI as helping you with the ideation and mixing it with the things with your own experiences and then creating that perfect mix. Because I think some people can tell when stuff is like AI. There's some people that can tell when stuff is AI. And I notice your tool does a really good job of almost humanizing it in a sense. And that's one of the things that I noticed. Is that something that you decided to uh, sounds like that was something that you really were passionate about doing. Says, hey, you know what? I kind of spoke to these people. I need to know, can I sprinkle in some little humanization? And is that something that you intentionally did, or just kind of happened by way of putting the tools together on the back end?
Developing with AI is so hard because the pace of improvement is so fast that you
Right.
can't build for what AI is capable of today. You have
Mm,
to build for like where it's going to be soon. And a year ago, I started working on Subscriber. To be honest with you, like the models that we had back then, like, I was for sure building something that would help people by being able to like stitch together multiple prompts into a single script,
sure.
but it wasn't quite there yet.
Mm,
However, right before I launched into a beta, I got access to Claude Sonnet, which
Mhm,
was like brand new at that time,
mhm,
and really, I think it was like Claude with 3.0 Sonnet, and just that model was such a big improvement,
mhm.
and so that's part of it is like relying on these models to keep improving. But the other part of it is what I call the channel voice, and I think that, looking back on it, maybe that word voice is a bit confusing because some people are like looking for a voiceover in the app. However, it's supposed to be like a brand voice. And,
That's what I thought. I didn't think you did
anyone in the
any.
marketing world would understand brand voice. So I
Yeah,
called it channel voice. And if you
don't
actually
change
look,
that. That's
don't
fine.
change that.
No, don't cha What do
Yeah.
you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I don't
Yeah.
think you
Let
should
us know.
change it. I think because that's not what you're advertising, it's not what you're doing. You're more or
Yeah.
less trying to, create a voice for a channel. So,
Right.
channel voice is like I can see how it'd be misleading to people that don't know anything about YouTube. And with that being said, we have Miss Dawson here. She's like, "Hey, how does your product help a brand new YouTuber channel grow?"
Yep.
I kind of know the answer, but you're the expert because
Well,
I've already dug
I'll give
into
you
it. So
my
go ahead.
answer,
Yeah,
and
go ahead and give me your answer.
I'd love to hear if your answer is different.
Oh,
Um,
do you want me to share my answer and then you then you can break it down. I that's
go
just
for it.
my interpretation.
Go
So
for it. What do you have?
so what I think it helps out a new YouTuber because I remember when I was starting my channel, the biggest thing was in your starting a channel is you don't know what you don't know, right? So, and what I mean by that is, how do I know? It's the best thing is for any YouTubers to be authentic, and if people you start drawing people in with your authenticity is one thing, but you always, to me, I think you always kind of have to have a channel, if you will, avatar, a channel. He says, when I grow up, I want to be like this channel, but maybe if I can be like this channel with a little bit of this channel, right? I
Mhm,
think to me, that is a cheat code by using subscribers saying, hey, I see this channel, I follow them, I'm attracted to them because of this reason, but I also like this channel as well. I can see where you ask subscriber says, "Hey, I want to know about this channel and I want to know about this channel, but I want to create a channel that takes the best of both worlds and utilizing uh my voice from my YouTube for already from my blog that I have already from my website or something like that. Mixing those all up into a big pot of gumbo, you should be off and running as a new YouTuber, and you'll start attracting, and then by the avatar of subscriber, you'll know what you're after, what you're trying to attract already. That was a long answer, but I know that's something that you can do with subscriber. That's why I kind of cheated.
Yeah, you had me at gumbo. I'm from New Orleans, so
Yeah,
you
that's why I threw that in there. I
you
saw
had
that you were from New
you
Orleans.
had
I'm
me
just
at
kidding. It
gumbo.
just that rung, but that is exactly what it is, though. Gumbo, right? You throw all
Yeah,
the things in there. Yeah, go ahead. I'm
I think
sorry.
that's it. So when you're new or even when you're experienced but starting a new channel,
Mhm.
there's so many decisions you have to make,
Lot.
and it can be overwhelming. Like, how long should my videos be? What topics should I cover and should I not cover? What should the packaging look like? How often should I post? And all
Mhm.
this other stuff. And the way to solve this is exactly like you said, go study people that you aspire to be,
Mhm.
channels that you aspire to be like. And those channels don't have to be in the same niche as you, they could be
Right.
in different niches. And then just model that. But that actually takes a lot of time.
Does.
And you should go do that. You should go to youtube.com and look in the browser and actually look at those channels. But if you're trying to, save a little bit of time and help you focus,
You're gonna save a lot more time, but go ahead.
that's what ideation chat is for. When I launched Subscriber, I did not have ideation chat. I just had the script writing features,
Oh, wow.
and I put everything I had into like making the script writing good. But I realized there's a problem, which is that script writing is not the first thing that you need to do, and it's not the last thing that you need to do.
Right.
And so I realized, okay, I've got to solve more of this puzzle, and you know the if I'm going to solve one thing, should it be editing or putting together visuals, or should it be ideation? And the most important thing on YouTube is ideation. So
Right.
that's why I decided to focus there. And by the way, I'm friends with all of the other, or I shouldn't say all, but many of the other YouTube tool developers, like the sort of indie ones, not like the vidIQ folks, but the more indie tools. Most of them are friends of mine, and we don't want to step on each other's toes.
Sure.
So there are other tools like One of 10 and ViewStats and NextLev that are focused on ideation. So I wanted to do ideation, but different. And I was like, the thing about ChatGPT,
Uh-huh.
nobody can stop using it because it's just like useful in general. And so I
Right.
thought, okay, if I just, create ChatGPT, but it knows YouTube, then that will be useful in a lot of ways. And so that's why
Mm.
that came about.
Mhm.
The challenge with a chat tool is, what can I do with it? How do I use it? So
Mm.
if I built an app that was like, there was a button that said like find my outliers or like study this channel,
Right.
like that would be great, because it helps people understand what they can do.
Mm.
With chat, that's not really the case. However, it's much more powerful once you do learn how to use it, because you're not just set up with that one button that does one thing. You can, remix it a million different ways. And so that's why I created a prompt library with just some sample prompts that give you some ideas on how to use it.
Man, I think that's great. I've you know what? I've tried to use the um, add a channel name in some other prompt tools, and they just like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Your yours is the only one that it's really literally made for YouTube when you go, at Mr. Beast or, at Digital Growth Hacks Club. So it makes it easier, right? Instead of trying to go there and trying to find what the link is. So that's one of the things I say, oh yeah, this is a pure YouTube tool. So Anthony is here. He's a straight shooter. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He says, hey, keep channel voice. I think that's because that's what it really is. It's a channel voice. What do you want your channel to come across as? And you want that to be consistent, right? Um, one of the things I think somebody had a question. I can't the 10,000 pound gorilla question. I'll just ask it since no one's asked it yet is, dude, I go to sleep last night. I wake up. You have two more tiers on AppSumo. What's going on with that, man? You turn my pockets out inside out already, right? And because I had to have the tool, and then I wake up and it's like, wait a minute, So you probably can't get into the details. There's some legalities to it, but where did that come from? Where you're like, hey, let's just add two more tiers. I mean, is there anything behind that, or you want to
Um,
share?
I didn't want to add more tiers
Oh,
because,
oh,
um, like, subscriber is actually so expensive for me to run.
oh,
Probably a lot more expensive than many other AI tools, because I like literally don't care about the the cost of which model I choose. All I care about is what model is best for a particular job, because
hmm.
my view is that one viral video on YouTube is worth more in terms of ROI than like any savings that you would get by like making a tool a little bit cheaper by using models that are cheaper. That's my view on it. And also remember,
Wow.
like I said, I want to, like, if I am on YouTube and I come across a video that was written with subscribers' help, I want to be able to watch that video.
Mm, mhm.
So I understand, this tool is not cheap. It's not cheap for me either. As the models get cheaper, I hope to, I'm going to pass on those savings. The reason that I didn't want to have higher tiers
Right,
is because if someone's pushing it to the exact limit,
right,
that customer is going to be wildly unprofitable for me if they're doing it, for any length of time. And that's the thing with lifetime deals. I have to sort of roll the dice there, and I want people to use it. By the way,
right.
it's not like I don't want people to use it, but I am sort of taking that to heart and making sure that like this is going to be sustainable for me. So that was my concern with larger tiers. a lot of people were writing to me asking me like, "Hey, I want more." And
You didn't fall
so
into that trap, did you?
I
They they
I
they a
did.
they tell everybody that, and I think it's because me, right? If I'm and anybody else on here, and they'll either agree or they won't agree. Most of my audience will agree with, I want you to be sustainable because if you have a very, very good tool, then I'm going to use it. I don't abuse my tools, meaning that I'm going to push it to, I mean, it gives me 1,500 credits every month. I'm going to max it to 1,500. That's just not me. Unfortunately, there are some people out there. They wanted you
No,
to open up the credits so they can max it every month. To me, that's for an LTD, that's just unfair. It's unsustainable because no matter how good subscriber is, if subscriber's not here next year, then everybody's losing, right? The person that ran it to 1,500, what did they get from it, right?
yeah,
The person that ran it to 1,500, did they find a way to try to make sure that you stayed in business, right? By if they're running it to 1,500, are they making enough to say, hey, let me invest back in Gil? Gil comes up with this. He
yeah.
comes up with a multi-user piece. I want to be able to pay for that piece and keep gilling them. Unfortunately, I'm a business major. I have a master's in finance. I understand it. I get the numbers, but I just think that's unfortunate that some people will try to drive you out. It's like, I'm gonna do 1,500 every single month. I'm gonna buy all this and all that. And
Well, I think if you buy it, then go ahead and use it.
sure,
I don't have any problem with that, but it's just the calculus becomes a little bit more difficult for me. Um, in any case, it was just in response to some people wanted more, and I by the way, I do have those tiers on the subscription, pricing on the website. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and do it. Now I gave AppSumo the go ahead on Friday. They unfortunately just couldn't get that online until today because of the weekend. But
yeah. We
um,
wake up and it's like sticker shock. It's like, whoa, wait, wait a minute. But I mean, so another question here, because we got to get you out of here. I want to get a couple of questions here. It says, hey, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up too, man. We got Gil on here. I mean, Gil from Subscriber. He's giving us the inside juice. And I think you answered one of your questions earlier that I had was, could it be less expensive for you on the back end to bring your own key? And I think you were saying, well, we kind of do a gumbo on the back end, and it really wouldn't make sense to bring your own key in a sense. Is that what's going on? Because you have a couple of different business model. I mean, you have a couple of element models on the back end, and bringing your own key. While it sounds maybe inexpensive on your end, um, do you have any thoughts on that? Or
yeah, there's a reason why I don't have like a drop down menu in the app that's like choose which model you want to use.
yeah, I see that in a
Um,
lot of tools. Go ahead. I'm
and
sorry.
and that probably makes sense for a lot of tools. It does make sense for a lot of tools. I
Sure.
use that in other tools. Um, in subscribers case, I'm not just using like one model across the board. I'm using anywhere from like 5 to 7 different models. I forget exactly how many right now because like for me, the best model to use isn't necessarily always like the most expensive one, but like
Gumbo.
sometimes speed is a factor, sometimes like the amount of text it can process is a fast factor. And I am doing tons and tons of work to make those decisions for you. And like I obsess over this stuff. I don't know how many hours I've spent like prompting AI models for YouTube stuff, but a lot. And
Mm,
I don't want you to have to think about that. So that is why I don't like, have a choice in which models you can use. Trust me, I'm going to pick the absolute best model I can find for each thing that subscriber does and use it.
mhm,
Um, so part of it is just the complexity of like you'd have to sign up multiple different providers, and part of it is like I also want the flexibility to say like, hey, if DeepSeek launches and I'm like, man, DeepSeek is the best, then I want to be able to just ship that and and start using it. Whereas if someone's doing API key, then the app's going to break for them until they go get their API key.
oh, I see.
It's just It's just complex. And my
Mm.
goal is to make this a tool where you don't really have to think about like AI stuff. You just have to think about your channel.
I like that. That's a different approach. Some people, yeah, most channel, I mean, most tools say, hey, drop down, use this, use that. And half the people, it's like, okay, I didn't even know that was a model. Let's see what it
Yeah.
does. And what you're saying is you've kind of already did your homework on what model is best. What so you took a lot of the thinking out of it for us and you kind of just gumboed it on the back. I like using gumbo. You're from Louisiana. I like
Yeah.
using the gumbo. Yeah. I kind of mix it up with my own gumbo, Jenny. I put some full corn here, some sausage here, man. Put a little sage in here, mix it up a little bit. I got you. I got you. I got family down there. So listen, let's get a couple of these questions because we want to get you out of here. I want to be very
Yep.
respectful of your time. Um, you're going to leave, and then when you leave, we're going to talk about some other stuff. We may talk about you, right? So, or we may talk about subscribers or
Oh
whatever.
no.
So someone says, "Does your tool?" And we want to rapid fire these so we can get through most of
Let's
them.
do it.
It says, "Does your tool help with engagement when it comes to watch time?"
Yeah, so it turns out that there are some best practices that are agreed upon for like how to structure scripts, and like subscriber sort of includes all of that baked in. So like it helps you pick a storytelling framework to use
I
so
love that.
that the video is structured well. It will structure each section of the draft so that it includes a rehook, it includes a payoff, and it's
I
built
noticed that.
tension throughout. You'll notice that when you look at the outline.
Mhm.
So the end result of that is it is building tension, and there's a lot of reviews where people have said, hey, I actually got like really good, retention in the first 30 seconds, and it did hold out. So it is definitely possible.
So let me ask you this, right? And this question's not on there, and somebody's going to get to this. Their question is, what is the best thing about subscriber that you like that nobody's doing, right? And you tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I think, right? You're like, well, it's my tool. I think it does everything well. But what do you say, hands down, nobody's even on you when it comes to this? Is what in subscriber? Hands down is what?
I really think the most powerful thing is the channel voice, and
Yes.
the thing is, it does like it may not be perfect for you at first. You need to spend a little bit of time with it to try and tweak it. And I'm going to be posting more videos about how to do that. But I think that's it.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I I like I like to me, I love the fact, and this helps with Anthony's question as well. Um, I like the like he's saying here, for folks with no YouTube channel, library of content, what's the best recommendation on implementing? I like the fact that you can just analyze another channel and find the strengths of that channel. I think it was one where I read, I said, "What is it about this channel?" It says, "This person posts every single day, and they post short bursts of energy every single day." When you're hearing that, you're like, okay, when you're playing your channel, it says, "Can I do that?" Right? If I want this person has 5 million subscribers, what does it take to get 5 million subscribers? You may think he's like, man, that's a lot to shoot these short bursts every single day. But that you don't know what it takes to build that kind of channel and to hold people's attention like that. But I think subscriber kind of gives us a cheat code and saying, hey, if this is what you want, this is what you got to do. And I put in there, and then hopefully this will answer Anthony's, and this will kind of help you get out of here on this. Is I put in there, I says, hey, I want to have this many subscribers at the end of 12 months or whatever. And it kind of basically it did my algorithm on the back. It says, well, yeah, if you have this many subscribers now, your retention time is this, excuse me, then you need to create at least 5 videos a week, right? To have this. It gave me that calculation. Can you tell me what's about that? Or that's crazy. That if I'd have known that when I did my first channel, I'd have been like, wow, that's a lot. I didn't know if I could do that. But tell me a little bit about that because it does a really good job of saying, hey, if you really want this, this is kind of on average. This is really what you kind of need to do. What's up with that? That was weird. That was really
I
good.
think that's just a little bit of magic of the AI model. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't specifically fine tune on that, but
Okay.
the chatbot is like very heavily weighted towards answering YouTube questions, so it will tend to not veer off into other stuff.
So it doesn't hallucinate and be like, hey, well, if you want to start a pizza parlor, you're like, no. Some
Yep.
AI tools do that. So I wanted to get you out of here. For folks would know, yeah. So he said that with no YouTube channel content, what's the best recommendation on implementing? It's just getting started. I mean,
Yeah, so I do have, like, a feature on the feature request board for, like, I don't have a channel yet or there's no content on it, help me create an audience avatar and a channel voice.
mm,
That's gonna be coming soon. For now, like, one thing you can do is just when you click add channel, just add your competitor's channel and just go with their, audience avatar, and then you can create a new channel voice or you can use theirs until you get things rolling. And that's like it's a little hack, but that does work.
last question. What is a unique way to use subscriber that most users don't even think of? This
Oh,
I gotta hear.
I'm so glad you asked this,
That's AC, man. She's
Adrian.
always on it, man. Adrian, yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah,
Uh,
we can get you out of here on that one.
I took a few scripts that were written from subscriber and just copy pasted them into a WordPress blog and got them to rank on page 1 of Google. So double dip. If
Wait,
you have a blog or a
no,
website
run
and
that
you're
one by me again. So you did what now?
I publish my scripts as blog posts and they rank
Oh,
very highly in Google.
oh, really? So then that did. Oh, wait a minute. So you took the scripts that you were using inside a subscriber
Yeah.
and you put them on a WordPress site, a blog.
Yeah, and
Hey, these are the
instead of like
top 5 scripts. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
instead of writing a separate blog post or in addition to the blog post you're already writing, if you're going through a trouble of creating a YouTube video, just take that whole script and just like publish it as a blog post. And even better, once you get that video live, you can embed the YouTube video
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that Google loves that because here's my theory on why subscriber scripts will rank in Google. Because I developed subscriber to hold a person's attention, for the scripts to hold someone's attention. And
Mm,
YouTube's algorithm optimizes for attention.
it
Um,
does. It wants you
now,
to stay.
now, everyone, when they talk about Google, they talk about search engine optimization. They talk about keyword optimization, technical SEO, all this other stuff. Well, that's the Google of like 10 years ago. The Google of now is
Mm,
the same as the YouTube of now, which is like, guys, we're way smarter than that now. We're going to we can optimize for like what a person will like reading. And so it's the same. So if,
mm,
even if it's not structured in like the normal way that someone might structure a blog post so that, Google technical SEO loves it, um, I think that's why the subscriber scripts work. So why don't I just make this an SEO tool? Well, I don't know how many of those there are in AppSumo, but there's probably
yeah.
hundreds. AI
I
SEO
own like
tool.
4 of them. So
There's probably hundreds, if not thousands. So there's no one doing YouTube, but
I
you can
listen.
absolutely use your scripts, publish them to your blog. I promise you, it won't hurt, and it will almost certainly help.
So when you say publish my scripts, the things that so the storytelling scripts that I was gonna put, let's say for my channel, I can just say, so look, I want to get you out of here on this, guy. I want to be very respectful of your time. So I can go into subscriber and say, hey, I want to write a script about, um, how to get more people to show up to my lives, right? And
Mhm.
then subscriber gives me these different scripts. They give me the hook, they give me all that. You're saying take that with the same channel name as my YouTube channel, write a small little article on it, and then talk about it, and then link back to the YouTube video on it and get the we call that double duty dollars. Is that what you're doing? 'Cause I
No, what I'm
kinda do that.
saying is,
Go ahead.
like, let's say you're recording it, you're gonna record this video, so you use subscriber to write the script.
Sure,
And then you have the script, and then you pull up your teleprompter or whatever, and you record the video,
sure.
and you publish the video to YouTube. Well, just take that script and just publish it as a blog post. Just take the exact same script. Don't write anything different. Just take the same script,
What?
publish it to your blog. Now, if you really care about it, maybe you just want to look over certain parts of it, and maybe there's like a couple words uh, that you might want to remove, like "now watch this," or like
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that
You
that's
do want to make
indicating.
it sound like, oh, I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
but you don't need to do much of that. And honestly, you can do none of that, and it would be fine. Um, but
So
yeah,
is
that
that YouTube and Google just really working hand in hand, which they do? Is that those two just working together? And because because Google's primary objective, because I already know that if you're going to go live, it's going to post if someone's searching for something in Google, if there's a live that's going at exact, it's going to pull that live up, right? Or
yep,
it's going to. So I already noticed how the two work together, but I didn't really think of it like that. I like that. That is so.
yeah.
That's the most unique way, Adrian. We got that for you. So we're going
The
to be
other thing
very.
you can do is
Go ahead.
like you can take the transcript of this, chat that we're doing right now,
Sure.
like when it's done, get the transcript, or
Mhm.
just drop it into Subscriber and create a script and publish that to the blog. That's like interview with the founder of Subscriber, and that can be a blog post too. Now, I'm not saying don't use Subscriber as like your primary SEO tool, your primary Google, blog post tool, but double dip. If you're creating the scripts anyway for your YouTube channel, post them to your blog.
Nice. All right, this is the last one. He's got to go, you guys. He's only here for 30 minutes, but this is a good one. I didn't want to.
Sure, let's go with this last one.
It says, "What if I have a podcast script? Can subscriber make a few YouTube videos from it?" I think if
Yeah.
it's public, oh, you can upload it, and if she had it as a blog, or go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead and finish
So
that.
you can add in text in the research step when you're creating your script, and
Mhm,
so you can drop any transcript into there. Now, what Subscriber is going to do is not like it's going to transfer it into like a script format, and you're going to pick a storytelling framework and stuff like that.
mhm.
But absolutely, like use your transcripts as research for sure.
Nice. I want to be respectful. I wish we could stay longer. I have a ton more questions. Maybe we can have you come back. Maybe I
Sure.
don't know. This was fantastic. Your tool is changing again. It's one of my top 5. And as a treat, I'm going to give people my top 5 tools of AppSumo's new tools of AppSumo this year already. And subscribers on there. I don't know where it's at. I got to look and see where it's at on the ranking, but it's on the top 5, right? So, really appreciate you hanging out with us today, Gil. Really do appreciate that. Any final words? I'm gonna put you in a single shot and give you any final words for would-be YouTubers out there.
I just want to say thank you guys. I really appreciate all the support. I've been working on this for a while, but hearing so many Sumolings that are excited about Subscriber is really energizing for me. I've got a lot of stuff in store for you guys, and I am sort of at the forefront of AI and YouTube. I don't think there's anyone that's more obsessed with it than me. So if those the center of those two things are an area that you're interested in, stay tuned because there's a lot more to come. And Jenny, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Gil, for getting back to me and say, "Hey, yeah, let's do it." I was like, "Do you want to do it Monday?" He's like, yeah, I guess we could." So I appreciate that. So thank you so much. So we will catch up later. You and I will definitely touch base, Gil. I'm excited for your tool. I don't want you to give away the farm because I still want to be using your tool a couple years from now, and I can't wait to see what you have in store for us. So thank you so
Awesome.
much for joining us. All right.
All
So
right.
those of you going to hang out, I got some more juice for you. Thanks, Gil. Thanks for joining the
Cheers.
show. We will
Bye,
be in
everyone.
touch. All right. Thanks. Bye. All right. So now that Gil's gone, no. What do you have here? Hey, love it. The work was done in the script, subscriber generator, posted as for a quick blog, cut it up. And yeah, I mean, so honestly, AC, I kind of been I'm not gonna say I'm on that, but I kind of been doing that already, and I've been seeing the results from that. Um, I think even moving, and I think a lot of people are getting away from blogs when I think blogs are, to me, blog is a complementary piece. So if you have a three-leg stool, right? And we used to say that in investing all the time, you have to have this three-leg stool, right? Um, and I'm gonna cover a couple more things here. So I appreciate you guys joining me. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. This last 30 minutes, last 20 minutes, I'm gonna pack it. You guys know I'm gonna punch it. So if you want to step out, that's fine. You can join back in later, but I'm gonna give you guys a couple things here. So what I'm noticing, right, and I've shared this with a lot of my clients and in my community, I share some things that um you kind of gotta have, if to me, right, YouTube is about to explode, right? And the reason why YouTube is exploding a lot faster is because YouTube has YouTube TV. Or if you have a smart TV, you can get YouTube on that TV, and shorts are showing up on there. So people are just sitting in their living room just watching shorts all day, right? They're sitting in their living room in shorts watching shorts. I don't know, that's a cheap joke, but it's true. So I'm looking at my usage on my YouTube channel. I got all the analytics, and it's telling me that a lot of people are watching from TV. So as people continue to cut the cord, people are resorting to YouTube. I think YouTube is, I still don't even think YouTube is so, it's going to be so much bigger. My thing on YouTube is I like to have complementary pieces to support my YouTube channel, right? I'll do a blog around it. I'll do, maybe a podcast around it. I may do a live stream. So there's other ways you need to prop up your YouTube channel. Don't just leave it out there. Definitely when you're trying to grow it. One of the things that I would caution you on is there's no quick fixes in YouTube, right? And YouTube is like this. Don't just do something to try to let me try to do this and try to monetize. Monetize to me is the biggest disappointment of YouTube. When you say, "Hey, I want to just do this and try to monetize," because as soon as you get to monetization and it turns over and says you're now monetized, you're going to get your first check and you're going to be so disappointed. You're going to be so disappointed. And the reason why you're going to be so disappointed is because it's not some big payday, right? It's not some big payday. It's going to be a couple $100s. And you can be like, man, I grinded for years. I got 4,000 watch hours and I get a check for $100. I get a check for $99 and I can't get it. And I have to wait to the next month because they only issue them in increments of $100. My biggest caution, and even listening to Mr. Beast talk, right? He's making millions, right? You have to do something that you're going to be passionate about, you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life. And the reason why I say that, and this is kind of YouTube talk, is because YouTube is an engine. It is a content hog, right? And once you start creating, you'll hear that about other creators. They just got on a path and said, "Oh, I'm just going to do this," and they did it and they got monetized, but there's no fulfillment in it because now they're grinding. And YouTube's funny thing about it is it tells you, it notifies you and say, "Hey, it's time to do another video." You're like, "Dude, I just did a video yesterday." It's like, "Nope, nope, it's time to do another video." And that's why I said it's a content hog. It's like, I don't smoke, never did smoke, but I've heard where some people say, "Man, I used to smoke so much, it would have me up outside and I'd be on the back porch smoking. It's raining, it's calling you," right? This is a bad example, but this is kind of how the addiction of YouTube is. So you have to be very careful in building your channel, and it has to be something you're passionate about. The biggest warning I will give you is once your channel starts growing, there's going to be people that show up on your channel wanting to sell you subscribers. Do not fall for that death trap. Do not fall for that death trap, because you can build everything and lose everything in one night, one day, right? By buying subscribers. You want to build authentic listeners of your channel, people who subscribe to what it is you have to say. And that's one of the things I wanted to say about that. And subscribers magic. I've never seen a tool like that that actually is built for YouTube. There's other AI tools that you can kind of piece together and get some YouTube stuff out of it. I just think that the way subscribers built, I mean, it's like the core of it is all YouTube. And I don't know if it was tier 4 or tier 5. I think tier 5 gives you the unlimited channels. To me, as a minimum, that's what I would get. The 6 and 7, unless you're gonna do an agency, I mean, unless you're gonna do an agency, I don't even, that's a lot of money, but make no mistake about it. If you're an agency, you'd make that back. So if you double down and say, hey, I don't want to create videos, I just want to help other people discover ideation, other people figure out avatars and stuff like that. If you go into this as a business, then yeah, I would go full stack, 1,800, $1,900, probably a little bit less, using Jenny's code, right? Had to put that in there. But if you're going to do that, then I would do that if I know I can do a business, because I can assure you, you will have your money back on one deal, and you're getting unlimited channels. That's a no-brainer. But if you don't have a YouTube channel, you kind of want to grow, then the reason why I said the tier 5, because it's the best value, is because you want unlimited channels. And here's the reason why you want unlimited channels, is because once you get the hang of it, you're going to want to do more. You're going to want to study more channels. So let's say your channel is just starting and you're just getting started. You're going to want to investigate more channels, right? Because there are millions of channels on YouTube. There's going to be more than 5 that kind of do what you want to do. And you're going to want to research all of those channels at one time. And you want to be able to bring up that channel. If they've already given you the avatar to that particular channel, you want to go and look and see what the vast differences between the channels as you put yours together. So one of the hacks that I did find in there, like I said, I think I kind of mentioned to him, is I'll take the best of one channel and the best of another channel and kind of mix them together and say, hey, I kind of want a channel like this. And it says, oh, you want a channel like that? Then you can ask, you say, give me the blueprint. And I did this, and I don't know what I did to the script. I think it's still in there. I may share the script. I'm definitely going to share with my community. Is I asked it to give me the blueprint to create the perfect channel out of this channel and this channel. And it just said, oh, is that what you're looking for? Because this has this and it has that. You're going to build your channel. And I gave it my channel's title. This is what you need to do. This is the blueprint. It says, this is the blueprint. And it just started. I was amazed. I was floored. I was like, oh my goodness. Right. So what Adrian is saying is, so it's conversation over monetization on YouTube. Man, y'all, listen, Adrian, man, listen, Adrian, when you gonna drop your channel, man? We waiting for your stuff, man. You be dropping your little rhymes. She said, listen, it's conversation over monetization, versus sterilization. I threw that in there. She's funny. I knew I get there. But that's true. That's so true. It's conversation over monetization all day long. One of the things is, if you're just getting started, nobody's going to want to listen to you for 20, 30 minutes. You got to start small and gradually, right? You got to give people, because people can't sit that long, right? And if you're going to take them on a journey, then that's different. Journey means you start doing vlogging and you start, all right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you, right? And one of the things I learned from Mr. Beast, I think it was somebody else's channel. I think they shared it. What Mr. Beast does, as soon as it comes on, right? And I'll give you this. And there's one of the things, if you're going to do a vlog, so vlogging pays the most on YouTube, right? And there's people, when you hear people making 5-10 grand a month, that's because they're vlogging, meaning they're giving you their life stories, and they stay on there for an hour, 2 hours and stuff like that. That can be done, but that you don't roll out of bed doing that unless you just want to start telling your stories. And one of the things that he does, right? I noticed if you go to any of Mr. Beast's videos, the later ones, not the ones early on, but one of the things he does is he'll go, and as soon as it comes on in the first, here's how he hooks you. He says, how did I get? And he goes, and he has like 5,000 Coke bottles, in a pillowcase. It's just, I'm in a backyard, right? How did I get this? And you look at 5,000 bottles in the back of a backyard. He said, how did I get 5,000 bottles in the backyard without breaking one bottle? Right? He says, come on, let me show you how I did it. And so his hook is, and you're sitting there, it's like, dang, how in the heck did he get 5,000 bottles in the backyard that's 2x2? Now you're on this journey with him. So that's the storytelling journey. That, to me, that's the best hook, when you show people the end result and be like, let me show you how I did it. Right. And that's a very good hook. I forget what that's called, but that's a very good hook That'll get your watch time up too. Another thing to get your watch time up also is when you do live streams, right? You can just do a live stream on something that's happening. A lot of people grow. If you want to have a channel that you want to talk sports and discuss, just go live and say, "Hey, man, I just watched the the Lakers beat the Utah Jazz. Yes, I just watched. And let me tell you what my biggest takeaway was on that." And you just go live. Boom, you go live. There's so many. There's going to be people dropping in, and you're going to have these conversations. That builds your watch time. You got to do 4,000 hours continuously in 1 year, 4,000 hours continuously in 1 year just to get just to even be thought of as monetization. That's a lot of hours. And I ended up getting a lot of my hours when I started doing a lot of interviews with the founders and stuff like that. And that kind of took my watch time hours up a lot too. But I can't do 5-minute videos and think I'm going to get 4,000 hours of watch time. That's just, that's unacceptable. But what I will tell you is, you now have the cheat code because AI wasn't out when I did it. I couldn't go and try to find out what the best channel is. AI is basically telling you what type of content to build. This is what people are going to consume. If you build it, they will come. That is true on YouTube. You have to know the research is the most powerful thing. And a lot of people don't respect the research. You respect the research, you can grow really, really fast. Right. So organically, you don't want to be trying to buy traffic and all that other stuff. So, what I wanted to do, the surprise I wanted to do is I wanted to go over a couple of the deals that dropped today. I just didn't have time to do a Monday Madness today, and they dropped a couple of different things today. Um, my community's on me, man. I drop in the comments below. I think Mark is here and Anthony's here, and I don't know if Adrian saw it yet, but I am on this one tool and it didn't drop today. It's just, I don't know. I've just been on this tool. It's so crazy. Let me pull up the I've been on this one tool like for the last 48 hours. I'm like, dude, get off of the tool, man. Get off of the tool. I'm gonna give you guys a hack, right? You guys know I'll be passing out hacks. So I will give you guys one. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, use my code, not gonna cost you anything. Use the code for the channel. All right, so let's look at some of the deals that dropped today. I'm gonna give you a hack, right? If you guys, everybody wants a hack, let me know in the comments. Let me know, Jenny, give us the juice, give us the hack, because I don't think you guys are gonna see this hack coming. I'll give it to you though. Who's still here? Yeah, you guys want the hack? Everybody want the hack? Who's still here? Let me see. You guys want the hack? I'm gonna give you one hack. It's not new, but it's a hack that I don't think people realize how good of a hack it is. All right, so let me give you guys a hack. You guys want the hack? Who's here? Who's still hanging out? 'Cause we're gonna finish it out here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll be out of here. All right, so let me give you guys a hack. All right, deal flow looks interesting. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I don't even know. Let's see. What is it? Deal flow. All right, so with enough manual processes, so build powerful AI apps without a single line of code. This may be the first of a lot of tools that come out like this. So alternative to Make, alternative to Zapier. So we know this is the realm of connecting APIs or making information go from one end to the other. API integration, Slack. Okay, so scale operations with AI. This is interesting. I'm definitely going to look at this. Oh, so this might be a little bit sneaky. Pull data from popular platforms like Google Sheets, Airtable, Notion, Amazon Service, upload your own data in a CSV file and organize data using smart tables and scale. What was what was that tool that just left? I can't even think of the name of that tool. Let me look over here. What was the name of that tool that we saw on AppSumo that kind of I don't think I don't think this tool can touch that tool. What was the name of that tool? Let me see. And it used Make underneath the bottom of it. What's the name of that tool? You guys know I got a million. Oh, Boost Space. Boost Space. I wonder if this is touching Boost Space. It may be a little bit easier to use the Boost Space. So let me see, 50,000 automation credits per month. I don't know. Let's see where the sweet spot is on this. I'm thinking maybe a tier 2 or tier 3. I don't know. I might look at it. How many automations can I do? 5 here, 10 here, 20 here. I don't know. I think right now, and I'll tell you what I'm buying, right? Retable or AI table. Oh my God, please just spare us a pregnancy. We just need hack away. We need it today. This guy, Mark, man. Mark, man, if you're gonna show up, man, I'm gonna toss you out, man. I'm gonna toss you out on the New York streets. No, sorry. Let me show you guys a hack, right? God, and Mark, you guys lucky Mark be around because Mark's the only one to be trying to talk crazy to me. I was like, hey, Mark, you chill, man. He's a big man on campus. Me and Mark are going to be going live from New York. I'm going to go out there and visit him and Cold Crush Media in New York. What day are we going to go live? Let me tell you so you guys can, if you want some comedy, yeah, we're going live. So what day is that going to be? I think that's going to be on the 10th. I think it's going to be on the 10th of March. Yeah, 10th of March. We're going to go live. You hear more about that. It's going to be crazy. All right. So let me give you the hack, right? You guys want the hack? Good gracious. All right. So let me give you the hack. It looks easier, tier 3. Yeah, I think so. All right. So let me give you guys a hack. Now, this tool right here, right? I bought Banner Boo a while ago. And I think Banner Boo, if you have VLOud TV, I think you're going to want a Banner Boo in your inventory. And the reason why I say that is because you could run these ads, right? You can run these ads in between your channels or in between your shows. You can run these Banner Boo ads in between your. I know. You didn't see this one coming, but I gave it to you. Right. I'm giving hacks away, man. You get a hack. But you can run these. I think you can run these in between your channels. And they're not hard to do. They're very easy to build out. Oh wow. So they changed it to these unlimited. I don't think I have unlimited video exports per month. Yeah, you want at least a tier 3. The storage comes in because when you embed them, then you can only have 75 gigs, which is a lot. I didn't know they had this here. Yeah, I don't need unlimited editors. So you could export PNG, GIF, JPEG, video ads. So this is a little hack here. So you use this in between your VLOud TV. I know that's what we do here. This is the Digital Growth Hacks Club. You never saw this one coming, right? I got to put my code in there because you guys didn't even see that. And he says, nice, nice. I'm full stack until they added this near tier. I got to look at that near tier. I didn't know they had that. She's like, oh my God, Banner Boo is my car. Listen, Banner Boo is and Banner Boo is good too. It's not overly difficult. I think it's kind of a Canva on steroids for ads, for banners. So what you can do, and these are things we'll be talking about on Hackpack U. I got all the hacks coming. Hackpack U is going to be, I'll be rolling that out in the end of the next 30 days. So that'll be, I'm already putting it together. I got some things excited for you guys. Make sure you go to www.hackpacku.com. Make sure you get on the list. Some of you guys may need to check your email. Look for Jenny Jones because you've never received an email from me. So it may be in your spam, but still search Jenny Jones. You'll see your email on your next instructions. All right. So who is this? That's nice. I may have to send you an offering for that. Likewise, sorry, I still think I'm in church. No, you're not in church, my guy. No, so I gave you guys have my link, right? You guys have the link to my channel. Come on, man. You guys know the user support the channel with the links. He's like, I'm in church. So yeah, I may need to look at that again because Banner Boo, now I'm doing Hackpack TV and I have two more channels. And you're going to see some of the things that I'm building. I'm shifting away. The ads thing, I think the ads thing is going to be difficult this coming up the next year or so. We're moving into contractionary period of time. I think inbound marketing, to me, I'm inbound marketing king. I love creating content and having people engage with that content. Um, so yeah, let's see what else we got here. So before I get you guys out of here, so Banner Boo, yeah, Banner Boo's a sneaky one, right? Animated ads in minutes. I'm telling you, it's sneaky. You can drop it inside your when you run your TV stations on VLOud TV, you can drop your ad in between it. Or if you embed your TV somewhere, you can embed the Banner Boo underneath and just have ads run underneath there. And then you go to somebody and says, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna run an ad for you're doing um you have a Valentine's Day sale on your store. I'm going to run an ad, and then when they click on that link, they'll go to your store. So you can negotiate that. It's all about independence now. People are kind of changing it. All right. So what else we got? Subscribers there. What else dropped? All right. The diet flow. I don't know. I'm gonna run that against Boost, right? Because I got a Boost, right? So Brand Bay, I think, was here before. There was something about Brand Bay. I was just okay with them. I think they added the white label. They didn't have it the last time. This is kind of where you can store a lot of your assets for your clients. Um, so I think they have the white label now too. Yeah, I think I'm kind of good on this. I mean, that's just me. I mean, if you guys wanted to get it, that's fine. I don't know what I did on that one. There was something about that one. It's cool. I'm moving on. I'm kind of limiting my agency because I'm building a lot more other stuff. Let's look at this agency handle handy. I say agency handle. What the heck? So running an agency with a dozen random tools means you're definitely losing something important in the process. So, so they want you to do is on top of managing tasks, client feedback, invoicing, and payments, you're also working with different teams at a different time. So this is allowing you it's anything that integrates with PayPal and Stripe and the same thing should definitely be looked at, right? So this is an alternative to Honeybook. I just don't know if I have the appetite for another agency tool at this particular point, because I got a couple of them already. So I think anybody interested in looking at this one, you can do invoices and all that. I think they may be like a year too late because, like, dude, where was you when I had other stuff going? I do like this. So you can sell these, and I've seen a couple of tools come here. You can sell these different things for them. It says, hey, I want SEO content. I want this. I want that. I think if you use charge keep already, you can kind of backdoor and kind of put this together and then put your charge keep things here. I'm saying if you didn't have this tool, but this is an agency tool, which I'm all about agency. Let's see what else they got here. Let's see what tiers. Dang, people, they want, man, AppSumo, they're pulling up to your house with like a G. Can you just cut me a check for 900 or 1,000? Like, whoa, AppSumo, man, come on, man. What are we doing here, right? Webhooks, 30, that's a lot. I don't know if I need that. I mean, I may pull off the shelf. If I do, it'll be a tier 3 just to see what it does. But I'm in a mature stage of my tool buying process, and I want to kind of give you guys and direct you guys a little bit differently. But I still want to talk about different tools. But me personally, I'm in a different tool selecting phase because I have a lot of different tools already. So I just gonna still recommend different tools for you guys. But this is definitely one I may look at. Anybody else thinking about agency handy? Let me know. Please email questions to ask Jenny. Have you reviewed Taja? I know I've been yeah, BJ. I thought I did Taja. Man, I did Taja. Taja's Taja's juicy, man. I might even show you Taja. Hey, everybody. Hey, um, Sister Soldier. I had to take a call that I missed delayed. You guys got jokes, right? So yeah, BJ, I did Taja already, man. It's Taja's a post production, right? It's after you do your research. It's after you do put your video together. You want to get your some ideas on the copy and all that other stuff. I definitely think Taja can help you with that. What else did I want to show you guys? I wanted to show you guys. Oh, so let me give you now what tool can you guys put in there? What tool, Mark and Anthony, and what tool have I been telling everybody about that I didn't even know that I would like? What's the name of the tool? What is it? It's what is it? All right. I'm gonna drop this in here. I'm gonna give this away for free, right? And what I mean by that is I have a lot of tools that manage for me, but Lift OS is doing some things for me at this stage, and I have almost every tool you can imagine. Um, but Lift OS is doing some things with me. Doing some things. Yeah, thoughts on Tube IQ as another. Let me look at that real quick. I'll look at it since we're here. Real quick, does anybody who here has Lift OS? What do you guys think about it? Lift OS 2.0. Let me know in the comments as I pull up Tube IQ for this person. Let me see. What do you guys think about Lift OS? See Tube IQ. Tube IQ. Let me see. Lift OS. Let me see. Tube IQ. Grow your YouTube with this all-in-one content generator. Let me pull it up over here. Infinite YouTube channel growth. Ooh, find relevant videos. I don't know. YouTube channels. Well, let's talk about it. Yeah. So does anybody else have Jenny has done a lot of Taja reviews, including one with the creator? Yeah, I mean, I did a lot. I did a lot on Taja. I mean, Taja's like I did a lot on Taja. I know I have. Yeah, Lift OS is nice. Who else here has Lift OS? So I don't want you to sleep on this tool because I slept on it. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I have so many management tools. But what I think the sweet spot of Lift OS is you can do everything in one channel. You don't need to leave the platform. It's so amazing because you can get a lot done. Lift OS is great. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Yeah, I mean, Lift OS it's doing some different. Lift OS is doing some different stuff. And person like me and I'll call it in Cold Crush Media, right? We tease we call ourselves the and maybe even Anthony on here. We call ourselves the ADH brothers, right? It's funny, we're all ex-military, and in the military and sister soldiers, well, we're all thought to think and um you have these logistical thoughts in your head because constantly things are moving, right? When you go to training, you're being shot at, people throwing grenades at you. I'm being a little dramatic, but you have to have your head on a swivel. So you're always thinking, and so that's why when we're thinking, we're deploying. I'm deploying one tool and thinking about another tool, and I'm deploying one tool and thinking about another tool and thinking about two more tools and then hacking it with this and hacking it with that. I don't know if that's from the military, but Sister Soldier, Anthony, and Cold Crush Media, and myself, we kind of struggle with this having all these different things and all these different tools and isolating our thoughts and then being able to deploy them, right? And you don't even have to have the military to even have that sometimes, but I found this tool to settle me down. And I've only been using it, I think, for about 2 or 3 days now. I find it to settle me down. It's like, and it allows me to compartmentalize my thoughts and how I want to um, deploy different things. I don't think in this computer, I don't have it on this computer, but I wanted to kind of maybe show you a little bit and more. Um, and you question why I was looking at it. I did. I did. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, everybody need to hear me, right? As we kind of wrap up. Adrian, I'm letting everybody know. I'm sorry. I was wrong. It's not that I was wrong. I was like, this is what I said. I said, what do I need with another project management tool? So this is a tool that it allows you, man, can I get to that tool from here? I don't know. I'm on a different computer. Um, It allows you to compartmentalize. It allows you to compartmentalize your thoughts. So if you're working on a project, you can do a whiteboard on that project. You can put a Google Sheet with that project. You can do notes with that project. You can do a Kanban with that one project, and then go down one tab and have a whole nother list of projects. I mean, have a whole nother project that has a whiteboard and it has everything you want to do one project. It puts it on one uh in one workbook. Then you skip down and you can do it's so it organizes your thoughts, right? It does, it organizes your thoughts. And I'm just amazed at that tool. That tool is actually better than what I thought. Um, all right, so TubeIQ somebody brought it up. Let's look at TubeIQ together, right? Can this even so now that our funds are where they're at, this ends in 4 hours. I mean, is TubeIQ grow on YouTube with this all-in-one content generator? From what I understand, they added AI. They added AI, but I don't think this tool was built with AI initially. One of the things I already see, right, is I can only do 15 channels at 429. So I'm already thinking, man, I can do that. I can get unlimited channels as a subscriber, right? And for probably less or around the same cost. So that was one of the things. Total competitor monitors. So you can do 150. So to me, this is more in competition with maybe, I don't know, maybe a TubeBuddy. You can see competitors and stuff. I think in YouTube, I don't think of competitors, right? And I think to me, that's an old way of thinking YouTube is you have these competitors. I don't know if they're competitors versus you can learn stuff from other channels. Because I think if you're being authentically you on YouTube, which you should be no one else, um, I don't think monitoring competitors is that strong for me. Video analysis per month. This is kind of limiting. These are recommended per month. 1,000 AI voiceovers. I don't know about that. What voices are they using? I'm not knocking it. It's just that I don't know this tool. I have so many other YouTube tools. I just think subscriber was doing something different when they were doing the avatars and things like that. So I don't know. I honestly I haven't pulled this tool out, so I can't speak bad about it. I can't speak ill will on it. Um, yeah, I can't do that. This may give you some different flavor. I just don't know what that is at this particular point. I apologize for that. Uh LiftOS is what is it? LiftOS is like tab extend. Oh, you're asking me, is it like tab extend? No, it's not because tab extend is more of a holder. It's more of a holder of your, it's more of a holder of your uh links, right? If it kind of categorizes your links for you, which is fine, but Lyft OS, it to me, it's better at managing projects. To me, it's better at managing projects at a 40,000 foot view, right? So if I'm working on several projects at a time, which is often my case, I'm working on um, multiple projects at a time. I like to break my projects out, right? I like to break my projects out and manage each one of them case by case. I don't even know if I can even. Let me see if I can even get to it. Let me see if I can get to. I can share with you guys. I don't even know. What did I do here? Let me see. I can share with you guys. You guys have any other questions? Yep, my thoughts. Thinking of competitors is a limiting mindset. Yeah, yeah. Now you see what I'm saying. Yeah, it is. It's kind of to me, it's more of a competitive when YouTube, there's room for everybody on YouTube. There's like room for everyone on YouTube, right? So when I think of that, I don't think of it as competitors anymore. Because there are a lot of people say, "Oh, Jenny, man, I was listening to your channel, and somebody else is doing the same thing." I'm like, "Yeah, but they're doing them. I'm doing me." So it ain't really that. It's not really that big of a deal. So let me see. Um, so all right, so let me just show you guys one of the things here that I'm working with here. So all right. I'm gonna share this here. Nope, don't need that. So this is inside my my Lyft OS, and I don't want to show you too much of my goods because I'm working on some juicy stuff here. But inside of each one of my projects I'm doing here. These are all my companies, and I just started filling it up here. And what happens is I can go if I just go under this particular tab, this workspace, I can put in here my project timeline, right, of everything that I'm working on, some different things. These are my and this I can embed this in. So this is kind of my quarterly calendar, which is ever changing. Then I can go in, I can have a vision board for the different companies that I'm running, and I can see it here visually. Then I can go to the to do here. And if I'm working on certain things here, I can take it here and say, oh, I'm working on those courses. I can move on here and put those in progress. Then from there, I can go and drill down and create subtasks from there. I can do all of this without leaving the platform. Not only that, I can go in and I can say, hey, my Google Doc is connected in here as well. Oh, I didn't connect it in on there. So we'll go here and we can look, we can put a note in here. We can do that as well. So like I said, I don't really have it on this particular channel. And then you can go here and you can put in some links here on the desktop app. You can get to, like, if I wanted to get to my VBOW, if I wanted to get to my Tarvent, those types of things. So you can do that here as well. So you're leaving all of that there. And then you have a calendar as well. So it leaves everything here. So if I'm working on any one of my projects today, and then I can time myself when I start working on this, I'm starting to work and take notes and what have you, then I can come back later and can say, okay, so um, where is it at? It says how much time am I spending on my projects? Right? Am I getting things done? Am I knocking things out? Right? This has helped me in the last couple of uh days I've been using it. It's helped me tremendously. So, and again, this is embeddable. So what you can do here is you can come here and you can add stuff here and you can add embeds here, and then you can embed anything here. So you put your embed here, or you can do your slides. It has direct integration with Loom, Figma, Airtable, Calendly, Miro, Sheets, Google Docs, Pitch, what have you. And then, so I was able to embed my project timeline here, so I'm able to view that and see that. Um, yeah, this is sneaky good. It was definitely better than I thought it would be. So anyway, um, so yeah, that's the Lift OS. And let me see, is there anything else? So we talked about the Banner Boo, um, Diaflow, Agent. Yeah, that's really it. I'm not WordPress. I'm not doing a lot in that. I think that's all we had. Yep. News top 10 here. So yeah, that's all I had. Any other questions? Let me see. Thinking of competitors limiting, have boost space. Do you have any cool workflows built and would be great if you make a video about it? Yeah, I mean, boost space. I'm actually working with right now Task Magic. I'm starting to getting to the fact that I want to start automating a lot more stuff. So I may pick up Boost Space. I do have Boost Space. I think I have a tier 3, and I know the power of Boost Space. I just haven't gotten into the automation pieces yet. Um, so yeah, no, I don't have any. I do not. I do not. Thanks for bringing this up. I'm going to implement Sweet Dash in the Lift OS. Yeah, that I mean that's a no-brainer. You can put that in there. Sweet Dash in there. Sweet Dash. Man, Sweet Dash is killing them. I don't know why people didn't get that tool. So I think that's all I have. You guys, any last minute questions? Subscriber is nice. I will put my link in here just in case if you guys do decide to pick that up to support the channel. Uh, but again, on my tools, I'm kind of cutting back. I have a different approach on my tools this year. Um, I do have a different approach on my tools. Let me see. So I will put the link in here if you guys are going to pick it up here. Um, And I think some people had asked me, "There's like, hey, why you didn't get the high tier, the full tier on subscriber?" I'm not trying to make an agency out of it. I think I can do a lot of damage with unlimited channels, which is all I was after, which is all it was up until Friday. Um, I just think it's a very, I just think that tool, because it's a tool that's built from the core up using AI and YouTube, it's the first of its kind. I think when you look at vidIQ, TubeBuddy, and all that, those were built more off the SEO type of engine, whereas um, subscribers kind of built off the AI back, right? And as I wrap up, if you're going to build a channel, don't abandon your blog. That's all I'm gonna say, because the two work together, right? I will give you another reason why. Um, Let me give you another reason why. I'll give you this reason why you should not be abandoning your blog. A lot of people think you should be abandoning your blog. Let me give you guys this. You heard it from me first. um, you heard it from me first. Either you're going to agree or you're not going to agree. And I do want people like Shivet and Adrian, AC, and Anthony. I want you guys to chime in on this. Um, the reason why you should not abandon a blog nowadays, because now half the AI content that's going out, it is reference. It's looking at blogs. It's looking at the thought leader. So if you're a thought leader, right? The hack that I have, let me just give you that hack since we're here, because that's what I do. I just hand out, I toss out hacks. You get a hack, you get a hack, you get a hack. Let me give you this one hack. Let me give you this one hack. You guys, that's another one you haven't seen coming. uh, and a lot of people, they may not agree with it. I don't even know. They may not agree with it. Well, let me give you the hack. So this is the hack for thought leaders, right? And this, to me, is probably the most overlooked hack right now since AI has taken over. What Oscar does is Oscar does this unbelievable research for you, right? It uses your voice in the research. So it helps you write a research paper or research white paper, right? White paper is a thought leader, someone that has a lot to say, someone who could be considered an expert in this particular area. I think Oscar does a good job of allowing you to be a thought leader. Um, and it humanizes your content as well. So I think it was a little, I think a lot of people was like, I can get this out of other tools. Oscar, Oscar can give you some good, the research and the way it makes you look like a thought leader are very, very good in the way they do this, right? So Oscar giving you this with Oscar as a thought leader, and from here, writing your blog from Oscar, tying your blog, then have, this is crazy, then have subscriber read the blog that you just wrote, help you write a script for what you just wrote, then you do the video on it and you tie it back. You're welcome. That kind of went over. I think I lost some people on that one. I think I lost some people on that one. All right. So let me give you the play again, right? Use a tool like Oscar. Oh, I didn't even have it in the screen. I didn't even have it in the screen. So use a tool like Oscar, right? Use a tool like Oscar because it's a thought leader type of tool, right? CEO has a graduate degree from Stanford in AI, right? Um, uh, you use Oscar. Oscar writes blogs, but it does research. But then you can write a blog off the research that you did, and then you can use the content of the research, use the content of the research, and use the blog, and then you use those as sources inside your YouTube, and then have a subscriber help you write a script for it, and then tie them back to each other. That's gold. I just gave somebody some serious gold right there. You may need to rewind this and you may need to get that. I'm not saying that I don't want to be arrogant about what I just stated to you, but that is a serious mic drop of what I just gave you. Because to me, Oscar is the tool for white paper research, voice. This is me. I want this topic and I want this topic. I know a little bit about this topic. I know a little bit about this topic. I want you to research and give me some other pieces to it. And I want you to help me produce a white paper on it. Oh, okay. You want me to help you? Yeah, do that. I not only want to help me do that, but I want you to create a LinkedIn post, which has, to me, Oscar has the best LinkedIn posts I've seen out of all the AI tools. So you do the LinkedIn post on it, you do a blog on it, and then your um, have your subscriber go back, reference the research paper that was written that it helped you write in your voice, then have it read the blog, use that as a source, then you subscribe and say, hey, help me put together a script on this as a video. Then inside the video, the YouTube video, you reference the blog, right? And then inside inside the blog, you reference the YouTube video. Man, that's that's a mic drop. That and a lot of you guys, how do I get started or whatever? This is how you get started. The cheat code is here now because you have these tools. And the caution that I have, the cautionary tale that I have to everybody is at put your own voice on it, right? It's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, but yeah, it's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. For to do a lot of these different. So I think now is the best time to become a content creator and do inbound marketing. Inbound marketing, and I shared that, and I shared on my digital growth hacks, and I shared with my digital real estate masterclass. Inbound marketing to me has always been the most lucrative because it doesn't create transactions like outbound marketing creates transactions, right? Inbound marketing creates relationships, right? They create lifetime value with clients, right? You're able to make more money along. You're not always on a hamster wheel, right? Um, so what tier of Oscar? I think you can get away with a tier two. I really think you can. I think you can get away with a tier two for what you use it for. Because now at this stage, right? You guys have been buying tools for a while. You guys have been buying tools using my code to help support the channel, which I can appreciate. You don't, and I think, and a lot of things is you use tools right now. I'm not going to try to get a tool that's tied on credits and try to use it as a general. I'm not going to use it as a general practitioner. I'm going to use surgical tools. If they're giving me a limited amount of tools, I'm going to use them surgically. I'm not going to try to apply an aspirin for everything. If you need this, I'm going to subscribe a particular piece of a medicine or a tool for a particular piece. So I don't get caught up in the tool. What I would use Oscar for, I would use it for two things. I would use it for research and put my voice on it and help create a blog post. And I would use it for LinkedIn posting. Those two things, it has a couple of workflows in it. Those two things it does very well. I've ran that up against a couple of other tools and it does those very well. I'm gonna give you one extra. Let me see. Is Mark still here? Hopefully he's gone so I can give you this one so you won't hear me. You can take that, you can become a thought leader, use that research paper as a thought leader, put it on a blog, go to Notebook LM, have Notebook LM analyze the blog for you, read it back to you, and they're saying, and the Notebook LM will reference you as a thought leader. Listen, I've done it. It's been working. It's been working, and I think Oscar is very good for that. So it's a surgical tool. That's if you had the money. I mean, Oscar's been here to probably be here for a while, but certain tools, I'm just not full stacking a lot of tools anymore. If you're not dropping an ecosystem in my lap, like I would probably like for this tool, where's it at? Yeah, it depends on what this tool does. I have to look at it. I might pull off one. I might pull it off the shelf and do a walkthrough for you guys. I'm not really sure. I might just do that, but I'm not, excuse me, I'm not pulling off. I'm not writing over a $500 check, $600 check for if it's not an ecosystem at this point. I've my appetite for LTDs has changed. Ecosystem means I can make my money back today, or it's an improvement to my system that helps my overall presentation and helps me increase the price of my offering, right? Um, whether it's a Sweet Dash or Brilliant Directors or something like that. I'm not spending big dollars like that for these types of tools. And this may be just the tool that you need. I'm not saying that you should not get it. What I'm trying to tell you is my appetite for very, very super expensive tools is just not there anymore. Subscriber, if I'm going to create an agency and a business from this, I would take subscriber, right? I would take subscriber and I would probably get a tier 6. I would not, I don't, this is not even, I don't even know if it's worth a tier 7 unless you're that busy. That's $1,900. I would take a tier 7 of this, right? And then I would mix it with I mix it with that. And I'd mix those two together. If I wanted a business. And there's some people like, man, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't want to be online. I look crazy. My hair looks crazy. My teeth looks crazy. My smile looks crazy, whatever. I just want to blow other people up. And at the same time, while I'm blowing their channel up, I'm making money. I would mix these two together and shut it down. I wouldn't buy anything else. I wouldn't have to buy anything else from AppSumo. I'd be done. I'd mix these two together. Agency Handy and subscriber. I'm done. I don't have to buy. I don't even have to go to AppSumo anymore. Not this year. Because if you got these two, that's a business. You're done. Because if you got Agency Handy, and it's giving you PayPal and Stripe. I mean, if you're US based, obviously. Yeah, if you're getting those two integrations and it's alternative to Honeybook, and if you haven't had an opportunity to get one of the other tools in the past, yeah, then you're good. You're golden. That's my thoughts. Hey, it's been Jenny Jones. Let me see if you last any questions. What tier we got that? Any last minute question? Any questions? I agree. If you're an expert, you can be a thought leader, blogs, Medium, help build your authority. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to be on your game. No, don't try to show up tomorrow trying to be a thought leader. It takes time, right? So you got to be building that right now. If you're not ready to deploy your channel, I'll give you this advice before I leave. If you're not ready to build your channel, start developing yourself as a thought leader right now. So when you do launch your channel, you will have zero problems of launching. All right. So, Jenny Jones Media. I think that's Jenny Jones Media on YouTube. Jenny Jones Medium on YouTube. That's where now you're going to see my thought leader. You're going to see my whole bag from that channel. I've already developed the outline. That channel's going somewhere. I'm going to have app. I'm going to have radio. I'm going to have TV. I'm going to have, that's the channel you want to be on. My digital growth hacks, I'm still going to do, but I'm going to do in a different type of tone. I'll still do my Monday madnesses, but my heart, my passion is growing the everyday person, where I'm talking about everything to do with life, finances, insurance, building business credit, so knowing what type of business structure to be in, what's the most advantageous, what kind of 401ks to set up, what kind of things do I need to look at. We talk about crypto, I'll be talking about stocks, but Jenny Jones Media, that's the one. I mean, because that's going to be my ultimate. That's going to be my last an ultimate YouTube project. So you guys might want to join that if you can. Full stack Lift OS had 4. Man, you be writing all. I can't even understand. I know full stack is FS. What is 4 WS with 1 terabyte each? Oh, workspaces. Come on, man. Don't be making me use mental gymnastics since late at night. Yeah, no, that's That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Good advice. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. Thank you for information, inspiration, and the juice. Yeah, so if you guys want more, I'm bringing it, man. Jenny Jones Media on YouTube. I kind of changed the channel name because when I thought of it, I didn't want to narrow it down. It was a small business growth. It was the small business growth store. I kind of changed it a little bit because I want to just be more than small business. I kind of want to bring the juice in a lot of different things. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I think it's Jenny Jones Media. And my avatar says, I ran avatar inside of in subscribers says, hey, financial independence. That's what it because I'm about that. I'm about trying to make sure you have all your levers running. You have your savings running, you have your cash flow running. You know, you're building out digital products, you're building this, you're doing that, you're writing books, you're doing blog. I'm going to be going into all the juice that I have in my head, which is a lot. All the 3 master's degrees that I have, which is a lot. I'm gonna be dumping it all. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you go over to that channel. That's the next level stuff. If you want to still get your tool juice, I'm gonna still have a little bit of it for you. But over there, I'm dumping everything. So tier 7 subscriber, that's yeah. He's like, what? Yeah, we woke up today. They said that's what it is. I just think that's that's an agency play. You want to play that play? That's a play. That's an expensive play, but you can make that back. A good white label agency, trust me, they're picking that tool up. They know the value in that. But if you're going to use it for your business, maybe here and there for a couple of clients or whatever, I think you're fine with tier 5. I wouldn't do tier 7 if I wasn't going to use it for an agency. So that's a lot of money to sink into a tool nowadays. I can get a couple of tools for that. All right, so I'm out of here. Thank you guys for joining me in. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you like the juice I was giving you. All right, so we will be in touch. You guys take care. Goodbye for now.